Senu. The second story is how the oil palm got his nuts. A long time ago, there was a woman who lived for many years without any child. She was so unhappy that she and her husband decided to do something about their situation. They went to an Ifa priest to ask for what was responsible. The priest told her that in her past life, she had a daughter who loved her very much, but she did not take care of the daughter and the daughter died of neglect. They said that she would only get a child if she promises to give that child special treatment. I promise, pleaded the woman. I promise to give her anything she wants from me. Just give me a child. Please give me a child. You would have a child. Another girl, said the priest, but this child must eat nothing but egg. That is easy, said the woman. I promise to give her nothing but eggs. Go home, the priest replied. Before the year runs out, you would have a baby girl. The gods have answered your prayers. The woman was very happy. Both she and her husband went home delighted with the good news they had just heard. Soon afterwards, the woman gave birth to a baby girl. She was very happy and everyone rejoiced with her, except the first wife. When the woman was barren, the first wife had her husband's love and attention. Now that this woman has gotten a baby girl, the jealous woman said to herself, my husband will sure to give all his love and attention to her. However, this woman did not make her unhappiness known to people around her, especially the new mother. Instead, she pretended to be happy. She served the new mother as well as she could. Hence, the new mother did not suspect that the first wife was envious of her. As time went on, the baby, whose name was Tanwa, grew up to be a very beautiful girl, but she ate nothing but eggs. Her mother took great care of her as she promised. For several years, they lived happily together and her mother had no cause to leave her for one moment. She took her daughter with her everywhere she went. One day, the mother had to travel without her daughter. She had to go to a town called Ojeje to sell her goods and her husband was not around. So she left Tanwa with her senior wife. Before she left, she cooked many eggs and left some raw ones with the senior wife. Please take care of Tanwa, she pleaded with the senior wife. Give her nothing but eggs. I have left enough eggs in the house. I shall be gone for only 4 days. The senior wife agreed to take good care of Tanwa, promising to give her nothing but eggs. Tanwa cried as her mother was about to leave, but when she had been assured that the senior wife would take good care of her, she wiped off her tears and said goodbye to her mother. But no sooner had Tanwa's mother left than the senior wife began to maltreat her. She kept all the eggs for herself while she gave mashed water yam to Tanwa. Tanwa had never eaten mashed water yam, so she did not eat it, thereby making her hungry and sad. Throughout the day and the next, Tanwa had no food and she grew thinner and thinner. On the third day, Tanwa went to the front of the house and sat on the ground. She started singing. All you travelers to Ojeje, please take a message to my mother. The eggs she left for me have all been eaten by her co-wife. She only gave me bitter water yam. I have never eaten bitter water yam in my life. All you travelers to Ojeje, please take a message to my mother. People came around to listen to her song, but very few noticed that as she sang, the earth on which she sat began to open up and swallow her up gradually. First it was her legs, then her thighs, then her hips, and then her stomach. She, however, continued to sing as she sank into the ground. All you travelers to Ojeje, please take a message to my mother. The eggs she left for me have all been eaten by her co-wife. She only gave me bitter water yam. I have never eaten such in my life. All you travelers to Ojeje, please take a message to my mother. Meanwhile, news had reached her mother and she hurried home. Oh, my daughter, my precious daughter, she cried as she rushed home to meet her only daughter. As she got home, every part of Tanwa's body except her head had been swallowed up by the earth. My daughter, my dear daughter, Tanwa's mother cried as she tried hard to pull Tanwa out of the earth. She pulled and pulled. Other people joined her in the effort to pull out Tanwa, but they only succeeded in pulling off her head. With tears in her eyes and her daughter's head in her hands, she disappeared into the bush. She offered Tanwa's head to the tree, but the tree refused to take it. She, however, offered it to the oil palm tree, which bent down to receive it. It was Tanwa's head that later became the bunch of palm nuts on top of the palm tree. Well, that's all for today. What do you think the moral of the story is? Thank you for listening. Join me next week as I tell you more tales from Moonlight Stories. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. Say goodbye and stay blessed.